Hello, welcome back. My name is Alicia Clark-Teper, here again with my 40 days of healing is often done in silence. And today I wanted to talk about the tarot. It is something that I've actually used since I was a young girl, even though I was raised Catholic. I still bought myself a tarot deck and hid it in the back of my closet and didn't really totally understand what I was doing, but still used the cards and the book and tried to mix the things together and understand the energy coming around. And so throughout my years, I've had different tarot decks. And then finally in 2019, I took tarot training and then a tarot advanced training so that I would feel comfortable giving public readings, which is one of my favorite things to do these days. They just hit each person so significantly. And I give them without they don't have to ask a question at all. It just is, it's so beautiful, but it's tapping into allowing the deck of cards to speak to you, and then you speak through them. And oftentimes the messages just come through are exactly what the person needs to hear. And when I give my tarot readings, I actually let the people touch the deck and cut the deck and then fan it out, and they pull their own cards, so that it is not me pulling the energy. It is completely them pulling the energy, and all I do is translate it. So I think that's an even more empowering way for live tarot readings to go. I know many readers do not allow others to touch their decks, but for me, I actually think it's the way that my readings go off much better and include the person receiving the reading the most as well. And so if you're not familiar with the tarot, it is a deck of two sets of different kinds of cards. There's 78 different cards. They are broken out into 4 suits, which all represent the elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And then there's the second set, which is called the major arcana. Those earth, air, fire, and water are the minor arcana. They are the daily cards, the comings and goings of life cards. And the major arcana is the bigger chapters in your life, the more prominent energies that come in that may create more dynamic change in your life, or moving through things, progressing through the greater chapters as opposed to progressing through the daily tasks. And using those cards to make a reading is pulling them together and seeing what they have to say. So no greater way than I just literally received this deck. It's called the Fifth Spirit Tarot. And one of the things that I search for in my tools, and these tarot decks are tools, is inclusion. And this deck is actually on the inside of the box. It is considered a queer inclusive deck for a world beyond binaries. And so I absolutely adore it when all people are represented in the decks and not just white hetero people, because the world is full of so many beautiful people. Let's have them all represented. So let's see here. What am I getting? I'm going to do a 3-card draw here for us. What is the energy here, Spirit? 4. Okay, and one more card. The energy for us is all right. Oh goodness, didn't we receive some great cards? So as the cards pop out, I personally, when I'm looking for a collective reading, I let the cards fly, because those are the ones that are singing to us. Pick me, I'm ready. And so the first card that came flying out is the card number 20. It is termed Judgment, but it's also considered a card of awakening and no longer allowing the collective norm to be the most prominent energy in our lives, to take back control, to empower yourself. If you've listened to any of my other videos, I'm about personal empowerment. And so allowing you to flourish as you, your own unique, authentic self, because that's exactly the medicine that's needed in the world. And so this judgment is the awakening of that, the allowing of that energy to percolate up through you. And then the second card that we received, which I just think is absolutely beautiful. So this is number 20. And then the card received next, though, was number 19, and it's the sun. And what I love even more about the fact that we've drawn the sun is that we've just moved, when I'm filming these videos, into what's considered Leo season, the representative of the sun. It is the sign that the sun rules. So this is very appropriate for the energy of right now. And so we are having a collective awakening. And again, I'm filming this at the beginning of Leo season. So we have just walked into the Lion's Gate, which is also energy that is represented of this season, and the awakening that happens, because the Lion's Gate is the activation of energy between the two. So video for another time, but the awakening, the sun, and the sun is all about the I am, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what offers you fulfillment in life, and letting that shine from yourself, what makes you feel like you shine from the inside out. And then the final card we received, though, was a 10 of Cups, and that was upside down. And so for my own personal readings, a 10 of Cups upside down means that we're standing in our own way, and we're standing in our own way of fulfillment. And this is, everyone has an emotional fulfillment quotient. And by the 10 of Cups coming in upside down, it means that we're not taking in our own emotional fulfillment into the quotient of the greater whole and collective. And so speaking back to the awakening and the aliveness of the sun percolating through you, the sun authenticity, boldness, standing true in your divine character. And then the 10 of Cups coming in upside down is that we're not accepting the emotional fulfillment of that. And so to flip that around, it is to accept to accept where we're at, and to accept the role that we have in society may not be one to charge forward and make grand progress, accumulating tons of things. I think we're really moving away from that, and we're moving into our more authentic selves, more back to that Renaissance type energy, where we and what we produce as an individual is more important than the productivity and the need to get things done super fast, and the quantity it's leaving, and it's coming in more on honoring our own emotional fulfillment through who I authentically am, and waking up from that consciousness or lack of consciousness that we've had on the planet for the last many years. So just a brief introduction to a tarot reading with me, and it just brings so much healing to have some answers, and to allow in the ability for the cards to bring a parameter around what is going on in your life. And it is such a joy. And if you have an opportunity to get yourself a deck of cards, don't let the you're supposed to receive your first deck of cards as a gift. No, it took me a long time to find truly the first deck of cards that I wanted. Even though I had ones when I was younger, I took what I got because it was right there, and I could do it. But there's a lot of decks out there on Etsy, on Hay House. And so allow yourself the time to research and to find the one that speaks and sings to you, because there are so many. I hope that this has brought an understanding to from my healing journey, and potentially to yours. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to share with you. It was my pleasure, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Have a fantastic day.